Friday. It's September 24th. Why is this up? We keeping this down now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
That's convenient. This is the 137th episode of Risk On. I am Todd Ault. Over there is Jason Bartholomew.
Hello.
Over there in the corner is Skyla. Skyla, what's up?
Hello.
Can't hear you. What?
Hello. Happy Friday. I'm glad to be here.
SW.
We started off the week. Did you remember starting off the week like pretty bad, right? I mean, it was like, what, down 600 points, right?
Yep.
We ended the week up. Where did we end up? I mean, we were down 600. Did we actually end up for the week?
30. No, I think we're down slightly. It's close. 34,798. Well, the Dow, 34,798. The Nasdaq, yeah, the Nasdaq 15,047. Over 15. Yep. S&P 445.
So is it Manic? Is it like a... What is it? What does it mean when you have a 5% intraday move down and then you end up not closing down and then you rallying back to be up? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking don't fight the Fed. That's what I'm thinking.
How about fight the Chinese? How many times have the Chinese banned Bitcoin?
At least 7.
Yeah, what, since what year? 2013?
2013. And
We really mean it this time.
yep.
Hey, we're going to ban Bitcoin, but we really mean it this time. I haven't seen an enterprise be willing to destroy their own company like the country like the Chinese do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They want to blow up the richest man in the world, or richest man in China. They want to blow up the Jack Ma. They blew up the Ant Group IPO that would have been the biggest,
yeah,
about 20 billion. And now they want to take it over and control it. And now they are making all the miners that were doing all that business in China leave and come to the U.S.
Kazakhstan thanks you for your service, Chinese CCP.
Does it make
that's
any
crazy.
sense?
No, not at all, except for, the CCP's just relentless pursuit of their own digital yuan, of course.
The guy who runs China wants to be ruler for life, right?
Yeah, President Xi. Yeah.
He wants to be ruler for life, but he's actually up for another term right now, right?
Yeah, but
He's got to convince those people to. So how does it work? Do the Chinese people actually vote? Do you know?
I don't know if they have an election.
Or is the parliament vote?
Yeah, that's a great question. I really don't know the answer to that one. We could get somebody to look at it.
Who's the power brokers there?
I mean, everyone that's in charge is loyal to the Communist Party. I don't know if
Elon Musk and his girlfriend broke up.
Really?
Grimes.
Is that true?
Baby mama.
Wow.
I'm getting a message here from our producer. Okay. Got it.
I don't understand why. Another thing. So Chinese NIO, ticker symbol NIO.
Uh-huh.
That's their pure play EV monster over there. They're doing a tremendous job.
Sure.
But, with Elon in China, that's kind of diluting NIO's ability to prosper. Now, granted, everything that in China is a lot larger because their what's their population? 1.4 billion, 1.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So the market is huge over there. United States has 325 million, I guess. But the thing is, Elon is over there now. Tesla is, in my opinion, a far superior product. It's just my opinion. So NIO's up against it. NIO's more of a startup. But, we'll see what happens over there with, for example, we're going to get into this, Canon, ticker symbol CAN. Most of you know I'm very bullish on Canon. Nothing's changed about Canon. They have about 15 to 20% of the market share as far as ASICs miners goes. And Bitmain. Is it
really that high?
Yeah. Yeah, their Avalon is a very nice, in my opinion, a very nice product. In fact, they just did 2 large deals, one with Genesis and another one with an Aussie company. I think it was Hawthorne. And they're also moving to Georgia, too, the state of Georgia. A lot of crypto plays are moving to Georgia in the United States, not the country. They're also moving to West Texas. Obviously, you know that.
They're moving to Atlanta?
Yeah, outside of Atlanta.
My screen real quick. Look at the chart. Canon, if you were nicely in a waterfall there, I mean, look at that. That's a big. Just for full disclosure, we were smart enough to buy it yesterday.
Yeah, we bought it yesterday.
Yeah, we bought it yesterday. Yikes.
Full disclosure, yeah, I have Canon too. I bought more today.
Oh, I bought a little bit more too, but this was a
It
mild
capitulated.
bloodbath.
Oh, it got destroyed. You know, Canon just announced a $20 million buyback.
You know what that continues to trade under book value?
Their earnings were massive.
You know what continues to trade under book value?
What are you going to show me?
All Global.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were
Under
going.
book
I
value.
didn't know if you were going there.
Yeah. 2.8 million shares. I think book value is close to $4. Trades under book value. Yeah. I'm not recommending you buy it.
Well, you know, if the markets were always correct.
Gross margins last quarter, 76%.
Yep.
Revenue, 88 million.
Those margins. My thought is if the markets were always efficient, how would we ever make money? How could you be profitable? That's the same thing in poker or sports betting. If you are sharp, meaning if you have sharp money, that's a term in the industry, and anything that's risk related or anything where you're looking for advantages or edges in any kind of sector, how would you make money if the markets were so sharp that you couldn't exploit any inefficiencies? So when you look at things,
Well, you have to believe if you're a value investor that there are inefficiencies, right?
yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's the essence of Warren Buffett's model, right?
Yeah,
You buy stuff that's undervalued.
exactly right. When you're handicapping as a professional sports handicapper too, especially in a sport like baseball, where you're digging deep into the details of the numbers, you got to look at like bullpen, stuff like that. That's the thing in stocks and investing. You look at the people in the company. I like to invest in CEOs personally.
How do you, if you're Evergrande,
Uh-huh.
Evergrande,
You want to hear my conspiracy? Go on. I'm going to get to it.
how do you have $300 billion in debt? You got to have a lot of earnings power to pay back $300 billion of debt.
For sure. You know, in China, the initial investment for residential real estate is generally around 50% up front.
Ouch.
Yeah. In investment real estate, it's 70 to 80%.
So I was reading that there's a talk that only Chinese investors will get bailed out.
Right.
That would ruin
yeah.
all investment in
Oh,
China.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And they would probably do that. My conspiracy theory is, listen to this one now. See, follow me on this. So what if the FUD, the overzealous banning of crypto for the eighth
What does
time in
FUD
China?
mean?
It's just basically, I don't know what it stands for, but it's just fake news.
FUD?
Yeah. If somebody knows what FUD stands for, put it in the chat. What if they did that in order for Evergrande to buy the dip in Bitcoin so they could bail themselves out? What if they loaded Bitcoin at 40,000 today? Massive.
Come on,
Come on,
dude.
man. What if they did that?
All right.
Anything's possible.
The Chinese have said you can't invest in Bitcoin. You can't own it. You can't touch it.
Oh, you think that the powers in China aren't invested in Bitcoin and crypto? Like, think about this. Nancy Pelosi says, "Hey, wear your masks. Hey, everyone, mask up. It should be for your own safety." Or like in the Emmys or Grammys or what have you, they're all the people working there all masked up, and then all the celebrities, all the elite are not masked. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, this is no good for you. Don't invest in it. Meanwhile, you know, there could be like the prime minister, president, everybody there is loading up Bitcoin. I mean, it's just hypocrisy. So if you think that they're not loading in Bitcoin, I don't know. If there was a line to bet on that, I would bet that these guys up top in China have cryptocurrency exposure. It's just my opinion.
42,986.
That's where we're at?
Yeah.
Well, the market's closed. So, you know, over the weekend, Bitcoin is probably going to be BTMFD? By the
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
haha, Todd thinks the world is fair. You still a Democrat? Jason, talk to him.
FUD.
Todd is not a Democrat.
I'm not a Democrat.
Todd's kind of agnostic. Todd's kind of a centrist, a center. Todd, you're
I'm a centrist.
you are.
Yeah.
You're moderate. You believe in the Constitution, First Amendment, Second Amendment.
I got my tax bill.
Oh boy,
Oh my God.
pay your fair share, sir.
If you had any fucking comprehension
We need to give this.
how big my tax bill is.
Dude.
Thank God I left California.
Yeah.
Because I got to pay them one last payment. Oh my God, dude.
You need to
oh
fund-
my God.
Shut down, shut down, shut down, shut down.
Somewhere in Islamabad, Pakistan, where they're doing gender studies on frogs, they thank you for your tax money. Well done, sir. I'm in a mood today.
They were kind enough to tell us what FUD meant.
What is it?
It means
Oh, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Yeah, TJ, thank you. I think TJ was. Oh, a bunch of people put it in there. Anyway, the paper hands on Canon today. If you were watching,
paper hands.
they were paper hands, panic selling, scared money, whatever you want to call it. I was looking at IB for short allocation. I mean, a lot of people didn't really short Canon on, but there was a lot of panic sellers, a ton of panic sellers, and it capitulated. At one time, Canon was down 22%, and I'm not sure exactly where it finished, but nothing's changed about Canon. In fact, they're trending very, very highly. Their just recent earnings came out. You can look for yourself. It was like $160 million in revenue, massive contracts. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. In fact, they moved a lot of their stuff to Kazakhstan. If it's possible, I would just say get the hell out of China. Get out of mainland China. All of them. And you're seeing a lot of these, like, for example, SOS, another symbol that we've traded in the past. They do have a lot of Ethereum miners. SOS has letters of intent in, like, New York, upstate New York, Wisconsin, one other state where they're trying to land power deals with United States data centers. I've seen a lot of this lately where these Chinese miners have huge inventories of miners. They're looking to move them offshore. They're trying to get them over here, but there's a huge supply chain gridlock. You've seen off the coast of Long Beach, massive backups of cargo ships. Some of those probably have some SOS ASICs miners in there. It's just my opinion. But yeah, everyone's looking for data center space in the United States. We're still free over here to some extent. Don't get me started on that.
$43,009.
RIP.
$42,999.99.
Put it up in the background, that Bitcoin CO. There it is. Yeah. It was 40,000. So the FUD worked.
When was it 40,000?
It was 40,000.
Today?
Yes. 40.
No way.
Yes, it was. Let's look at it. Go to the 3 hour. What can we see that? What is that right there? I see the low right there. See it near the left of your screen? I can't see it from here. It was 40. It was when I looked here, I'll pull up a chart. Yeah.
It went to 40?
Yeah.
Let me pull up a chart. How do I do that here?
Somebody's probably going to tell us in the chat.
Here we go. Here's the 24-hour chart. Oh, yeah.
Did it touch 39? It was
Wow.
close, right?
41. Wait, 41.
Let me look at the 30-minute.
I see 41.
I see 40,712 right there. Now, granted, different exchanges are going to be a little bit of arbitrage there. But right there on the Webull, 40,712. I don't know what, Coinbase might have 41. So anyway, we're hovering 43. Are we getting any relief on the crypto tickers? Do I dare look at Canon? Is it still 599 or whatever it was? 614. Okay.
Yesterday, our hedge fund, we announced a position in MYSZ. We have bought 9.9% of it.
Mm-hmm.
We believe the company is run by this guy, Ronan Luzone.
Not Ronan Tyner? Remember the great singer, the opera guy? Or Ronan Tyner?
Anyways, we think this company should merge with another public company, very similar to Iconics, and we are going to be pushing for them to take action and get the company into another business.
Correct.
So we took a 9.9% position. I'd love look at there like it's a nonsense. It's like the company doesn't do any revenue. Like 50, has got like $5 million in the bank. Revenues of 57,000 for the quarter.
Right.
And I didn't even have to talk to the CEO to know that this is just a lifestyle thing for him.
For sure.
Yeah. When you're not making acquisitions, you're not doing anything. You're just sitting on your hands. $20 million market cap. Shares outstanding are 15 million, but he issued kind of a poor man's poison pill to somebody who claims is supposed to get a royalty license. A royalty on what? You have no sales. The guy, this is, I'm not going to say it's a scam. That's definitely not what I'm going to say.
Right.
But, it's on the NASDAQ. If you look at what happened with Iconics was kind of floating around there for years.
Yep.
Spun out their business and continued value right and merged them with TerraWolf.
Yep. Let's be clear.
There's something to do here with my size.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll be. I saw that David Lazar is an investor. David and I have been investors in companies. We do not act as a group, but we happen to kind of traipse around in the small cap, so we end up doing deals together. I saw David Lazar sued him yesterday, sued the company.
I saw that.
And demanding they have a shareholder meeting.
Yeah.
But now myself and David own 20% of the company. Now, we're not a group. In fact, I've never met David in person.
Yeah.
Only spoke to him on the phone. But he's a smart investor. This guy, more dilution on ALZN. What kind of fucking stupid comment is that? What the fuck is that? This KAS person. There's no fucking dilution. They haven't issued a fucking single share. Read the fucking prospectus. Jesus Christ. You guys don't, just because someone sells it, there's already a market cap. People already own the stock. They can register under Rule 144 to sell it. The company has not sold any stock. There's not more dilution just because it goes down. It means there's sellers. More sellers than buyers. What the fucking kind of stupid comment is that? What the fuck? Get off the fucking program. Learn how to fucking read. I was uncalled for.
Yeah.
You think so, right?
I mean,
More dilution. They're just fucking idiots,
Yeah.
man. I'm not even the CEO. Fucking people are texting me. I'm not the CEO of ALZN. Read before you fucking invest.
it's true.
I just can't believe people are allowed to trade that completely can't fucking read. It's just unbelievable to me. I get texts from some guy. He actually asked me for a refund. I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking know you.
I saw that.
I didn't ask you to fucking buy it. Why would I ask you to sell it? And why the fuck are you asking me for a fucking refund?
Yes. Todd's the largest shareholder of ALZN. That's
I'm physically the largest,
Yeah.
although I've been losing weight like a madman.
yeah.
But when you have, when you're really fucking overweight and you lose a little bit of weight, percentage-wise, it's small.
That's true.
Right. So no one's diluting ALZN, guys. The company went public.
people.
It's never sold a single share. I haven't sold a share. I bought more. Net, I bought more.
Guys.
And so if you bought it 6 years ago before it went public, you can file under Rule 144 and sell it. And that's what's happening. There are more sellers than buyers. Eventually, they'll dry up, and the news of ALZN will take it where it's going to take it. It's called the stock market.
That's
It
it.
doesn't always fucking go up. Jesus. And the company doesn't need money. If the stock spiked to tomorrow to $10, they don't need money. They're fully funded into phase two. They don't need money. What fucking part of that can you not understand? The CEO was on my program and said, I don't need money for the company. God, they're in fucking human beings right now. Oh, it's a scam. Really? The fucking FDA cleared them to go into human beings? It's a scam? Really? That's your fucking position?
I love it.
And I'm not fucking worried about DPW either. It's got 250 million in assets and cash and growing. So fuck off if you don't want to own it. No. That was totally ridiculous, by the
Dude, that's
way.
a great rant. I love how you take it to
No,
level 10.
That's not a good rant. That was stupid.
Well,
I just get so many fucking
I don't blame
comments that are so bullshit. I'm not the CEO of ALZN. I'm not the chairman. I'm the chairman emeritus. That's a nice term for you were the founder.
Yes.
Step aside, fat boy. The professionals will run the biotech. That's what that means.
that's it. I love it.
Do you?
Yes.
I can see Josh over there. He's mortified.
Dude,
I know
people-
him. Josh is like, oh, God, please pray for Todd. Oh, my God. He's so mad at me right now. Anyways.
Josh said, say 10 Our Fathers and 5 Hail Marys, and you're forgiven. That's what he said. I saw it. I could see it. I'm reading
I'm
him.
not mad at anyone. Sorry, guys. I'm just stressed out.
Hey, listen. So I didn't get in touch with you this morning. We usually talk and touch base, but Naked Brand Group came out with a press
We have
release.
identified a company. Let's go up.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. So we identify 4,000 miners that could yield up to $50 million in annual revenue, and I think the stock moved a penny.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, man.
It's just crazy, but that's the market, like you said. That's the market. That's what we're in. Hey, Justin Davis Rice came out and said, "Hey, we have identified a." Let's get into it. Dear shareholders, on August 20th, our annual meeting, I provided an update on the status of our plans to find a
step out for a
merger or
second.
acquisition partner. Following, hey, do you guys want to? I don't care if you pull this up. I'll read it. So it looks like found the divestiture of Bendon, net cash position $270 million. So they have all this capital to deploy. I'm generalizing, and I'm going to use the press release to discuss this in context. I'm happy to report after extensive searching and due diligence, we believe we've found a disruptive opportunity in the clean technology sector. Now, let me spitball here just for a second, because all of you that trade stocks every day and you're scalping, you're investing, you guys know, did your brain immediately take you to CEI, Cambridge? Did you guys think about that just for a second, how they're moving into ESG and carbon recapture and all of that? And then he comes out and says, we've possibly found a clean technology opportunity. I thought about that. Now, obviously, that would be like holy grail, parabolic, crazy type of deal. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I don't know their potential target, potential candidate. But immediately, I just started thinking about that. That would be like craziness. Anyway, let's go on. So Justin goes on to say, during his career as an owner and operator of many diverse businesses, I've always been attracted to commercial opportunities that benefit our environment and help contribute to the growing ESG mandates that major corporations are implementing today. The company is a market leader with cutting-edge patented proprietary technology. Again, I started thinking about CEI and Viking. And, obviously that's pure speculation. I have no idea what they're doing. I have no idea who they're in due diligence with. Just purely my utopian hope that would be the partner. It's in no means is that true. I have no idea. Once again, no idea. So he goes on to say, we have made significant progress over the past few weeks, believe the path to a definitive agreement is in sight. Just for you guys to understand how the business world works, they have a letter of intent, they have due diligence, it's non-binding. And then once they've come across all the due diligence that's necessary, they would look through legalese and through the attorneys, such, all the due diligence. Then they could come to agreeable terms. Then they would come to a path of a definitive agreement. So Justin is updating the street, updating the shareholders. Hey, we have a target. We're in process of doing due diligence. And he goes on to say, however, there could be no assurance that we will sign a definitive agreement. Of course, that's part of the forward-looking statement stuff. Or if we do sign an agreement, that we'll be able to close the business combination. So anyway, with this update on a Friday, it caught a lot of people off guard. Caught shorts off guard for sure. So even when the market was flat, Naked did roar up to 75 cents. Great price action, great volume. So I'd be remiss if I didn't cover that on the show. So let's see what happens with Naked. Obviously, you guys know that we are long Naked. We oftentimes Todd buys after hours on the show in 25,000 or 50,000 blocks, sometimes 100,000 share blocks. So we like the upside of Naked. And Justin reported to the street that, hey, they're looking to find this target. They're in due diligence with this target. If things work out, they'll sign a definitive agreement, and they'll have a partnership. And yeah, they'll deploy that capital in a means that could provide shareholder value. And WM McLean, is that where you're at now? Naked Brands 0.725. I think you're at 72 cents after hours. Let's take a look here. So I wanted to cover that with Naked. Tremendous news. And with that news, the stock reacted in a positive manner. 7248. And you know what? Massive volume today. Over 200 million shares traded. Just to give you an idea, Naked's volume has tapered off recently over the last 3 months because of, all that capital and no direction from the company. They averaged about 37 million shares traded every day for the last 3 months. Today on a Friday, generally Fridays are lower volume, less interest. People just want to kind of make their money in the mornings and then, sell everything and just go into the weekend without positions. 200 million shares traded. Actually, 280 million shares traded today. So massive, massive move in volume. Andrew Mills says smart money dumping before markets get crushed next week. Hey, that's always a possibility. The jobless claims came in high. The Fed is definitely emboldened. They're not, in my opinion, the tapering isn't going to occur anytime soon. Rate hikes certainly not this year. Rate hikes certainly, in my opinion, not until mid-2022. I know they talked about Q1 2022. I just don't see it. Let's talk about anybody else. Anybody got any tickers they want to cover? I wasn't really big into the market today. If anybody wants to look at a couple of stocks, I haven't seen Jeff in the chat. He usually has a couple there. Satish usually has a couple. Anybody that has anything? OCGN? Oh, okay. LA Story, OCGN. Are we looking at the biotech from India that has the actual drug? OCGN gets a cut of that if it gets approved in the United States. Are they doing anything else in any other countries? Let's see. I've kind of stopped following OCGN after America got flooded with so many different quote unquote vaccines. It's not a vaccine. I don't want to get into that. You guys know it's not a vaccine. The efficacy is terrible. Just today on The View, let me get into some current events. Our Vice President Kamala Harris was due to go on The View, and 2 of the View members were rushed off the stage. I'm going to find the video. They were rushed off the stage today. They're fully vaccinated, but guess what? They tested positive for COVID. So what's the redhead?
What a surprise.
Yeah, what's her name? Joy Behar. Oh, yeah, she was like, we're like vaccinated up the wazoo here at The View. They literally had to rush these 2 off the stage. Anna Navarro or somebody, I don't know. Anyway, so the vice president could come on. I don't even know if she ended up coming on or not. You saw that today on The View? No, what happened? So Kamala Harris was due to go on to The View, and 2 of the co-hosts had to be rushed off the stage. They're fully vaccinated, but they tested positive for COVID.
Did they find out right in the middle?
They found out right then. Oh. So it was it was live on air. I got to find it. I'm going to find
Probably full drama.
Gotta find it.
It could be. Who knows? I don't know what to believe.
That cussing
anymore.
was unnecessary. Sorry, I apologize to everybody.
We need to look at OCGN.
I'm not going to make an excuse, but I am on a new drug and I'm a little irritable, so I apologize. I am on a new drug. I don't know if that should make me a new prescription medication.
Okay, let's see. Here it is. Is this why? No, I want the actual.
You should look at OEG.
OCGN.
Why?
Somebody asked about it. What is this?
Did anyone comment that I was a lunatic in the audience?
No, they
I don't
loved
know.
it.
I didn't pay attention to that.
What?
They loved it.
I don't think that was appropriate.
Yeah.
Said, do not apologize.
Yeah, don't apologize.
No, come on.
I'll cancel you.
You'll cancel.
When you apologize, you get canceled.
761 OCGN. I don't remember we traded this. These are
Yeah.
God.
They
crazy
had
names.
Well, they had the Bharat Bio is the Indian company.
Sure.
And they have the Covaxin. See, I'm starting to remember this stuff now. Covaxin was their COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And then if they brought that to the United States, they would get like 25 or 33% of the royalties on that. That never happened. But maybe they were partnering with them for some other countries. What is going on here? Is this what I'm looking at? I want to show this view. I haven't seen it myself. I want to see where they rush them off the stage.
We always have to blame someone, don't we? We always have to blame someone.
No, just take responsibility.
And Rip and Dip Trader says, FARXIGA made me irritable. Yeah, I'm on Jardiance. I don't know if it makes me irritable, but...
Oh, I don't want to see this lady. Sava's been going crazy.
So did you see in California... PG&E is charged in the California wildfire last year that killed 4 people. Investigators determined
see
that
that.
aging equipment belonged to the nation's largest utility, sparked the Zog fire last September near the city of Reading.
Yes.
Shasta County District Attorney Stephanie Bridget announced 31 charges, including 11 felonies on Friday. In the latest action against the utility, which pled guilty last year to 84 counts of involuntary manslaughter over the 2018 blaze in Paradise, which ignited by a long neglected electric grid. Well, if it's not a good grid
Yeah.
and they're not maintaining it, I can understand they have liability.
Here it is. All right.
What this person says, we don't dare to comment. You are a lunatic.
Ha!
I was crying under my...
What? I bought more DPW because of his rant.
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Edit before the reposting of YouTube.
Dude, we do it live.
Nah, we do it live. Who gives a shit?
Is this... Are they
I'm a
walking on-
lunatic.
Okay, here. Let's watch these four lunatics. Hey, Brett. Watch this.
Let's go, Brett. Let's go, Brett.
Okay, we're back. And there seems to be something happening here that I'm not
I loathe
100%
this
aware
lady.
of. Can someone please apprise me of the situation?
I need the two of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
we're gonna bring you
Sonny
back later.
have to leave.
Yes.
And we'll tell you why.
More information later. It's a tease.
We'll tell you why in a couple of minutes. So shall I introduce the vice president?
Yes.
Okay. So, vice president... No.
Nope.
Okay. Shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance.
Let's look at this.
All right. What?
Let's do a short commercial and we'll come back.
Talk about what?
What else can we talk about for hot topics?
Okay. As we always do in
I
television,
tell
we're
you,
in a
she
tight
reminds
spot.
me of
We'll
Bette
be right
Midler.
back.
She always has. I always thought that was Bette Midler. I know it's not. What'd you turn it off for?
It was it. I got to get the rest of it.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah, they announced that they both tested positive for COVID, and they're fully vaccinated. Blah, blah, blah. That was it. I wanted to get the other part, but...
Oh, so they tested before they came on the show?
Yeah, because... what's going on here? Is this the... oh,
They
this-
must have moved her to a different spot so she wasn't near them.
And
Yeah.
we did everything we could to make sure that you were safe because we value you so much.
Well, thank you, Joy,
give me
and
a
to everyone.
break.
And
It's
your
listen,
vice president from California.
Sonny and Anna are strong women, and I know they're fine, but it really also does speak to the fact that they're vaccinated.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're vaccinated.
vaccines really make all the difference, because otherwise we would be concerned about hospitalization and worse.
They are double vaccinated.
Double vaxxed. Hey, get your booster. Anyway.
Are you serious? So they're both vaccinated and they both tested positive?
Yeah, the NFL had a team with like 12 people that were positive.
43,000.
Whatever.
151 on Bitcoin.
Let me ask you something. If you, this is all theoretical.
I'm a lunatic. the
No.
person
Let me
says.
ask you the lunatic a question. If you weren't overweight and you didn't have diabetes and you were healthy with no concerns in that matter, would you have still gotten the vaccine? I never asked you this.
I don't know. Probably not.
That's what I thought.
Probably not.
That's what I thought.
But I'm overweight. I have diabetes, type 2. I did feel bad, though. I sent you that thing last night on the guy who's 30 years old, dies with one kid in the oven, 3 daughters already. Did you see that? What was his name?
I saw it.
Well, that was really sad.
But did you see the one that Andrea sent you?
No, it's just a sad story, though.
It's a sad story, but there's sad stories every day.
I know, but why the guy died at 30 years old?
People get flu shots every day too, and people die of the flu. It's just one of those things. The guy died at 30 years old, but what about the VAERS reports where people are getting permanently paralyzed, dying from
Hey,
the
I
vaccine?
got a lump right here because of it.
Yeah, that's your. Yeah.
Yeah, I got, this is my marker here
It's been there a while.
for sure.
Luckily, everything's okay.
Skyla,
Yeah.
you got any funny jokes?
I do, actually.
Let's hear it.
So, I was hanging out with a friend of mine recently, and he was talking about like, oh, like I've been really lonely lately. Like, I just need someone to talk to, and like, and I was like, okay, you should try phone sex. And he was like, okay. He went home, calls me a little later. He goes, it didn't work. The holes were too small.
Oh God.
Did you know that about Rip and Dip?
What did he say?
Josh, can you pull that up?
What did he say? What's Rip and Dip?
Nope. Nope.
He said that made him irritable.
No. It's right. It's recent. Rip and Dip Trader says, Milton Toddall, I have stage 4 kidney disease, overweight, high blood pressure. I got COVID and I made it through. The doctors tell me there is not enough data for me to take the vax. Just be careful. I didn't know that he had stage 4 kidney disease, man. I'm sorry to hear
Ouch.
that. Wow. I love Rip and Dip, man. Great attitude.
He does have a good attitude.
Awesome guy.
43.62, by the way.
43.
We went to 43.180.
Yeah.
43.180 on Bitcoin. Remember? Did you ever watch Private Parts with Howard Stern?
Yeah, for
Such
sure.
a funny movie.
Yeah.
I love that. And he's like, okay, it's 4:35 p.m. here at WNBC.
Yep.
And so, right in the middle of a serious story, you go, weather is outside 72 and sunny. I love that's my favorite person.
Yeah,
Jordan
he's-
is an amazing person. I like Jordan a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Rip and dip traders. I like him a lot.
What else is going on here?
We cut a lot of stuff back. You want to go over some of those
Yeah,
things?
you want to do that? Oh, by the way, Costco, who has their finger on the pulse of the real economy.
By the way, that's the real story today. What you're about to talk about is the actual real story.
the inflation.
No one's paying attention to this story.
Yeah, this
in my
is-
opinion, they're not paying
You're right.
attention. Let's cover that.
Let's go to it. All right, CNBC.
Oh God, Naked Brands is ripping.
70, what is it, 73?
72.44.
Yep. Costco, Costco's been ripping. What a great investment Costco's been. So Costco, Nike, and FedEx are warning that there's more inflation set to hit consumers as holidays approach. This is a big story because, I remember Powell giving his speech talking about inflation. And, it's transitory and he expects some relief on it. But they don't measure, the CPI doesn't measure things that are day to day for everyday middle class Americans or everyday Americans for that matter. So a slew of factors, including rising shipping costs and supply chain bottlenecks, are persisting and should last through the upcoming holiday season. We already know this. It literally took me 8 weeks to get this laptop. There's supply chain disruption everywhere. We're trying to get our 4,000 Bitcoin miners from overseas. And, we're having a little bit of trouble.
Some logistical.
Just a little bit of logistical problems. So one of the main issues is the cost of containers. And that cost obviously is passed down to the consumer. Container costs went from $2,000 to $25,000, which is ridiculous. Many companies have indicated that consumers, at least for now, are willing to take on higher prices. Yeah, that's true. But what's going to happen is it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. They're going to peel you. They're going to get you at the gas pumps. They're going to get you at the grocery stores. They're going to get you with home heating oil, natural gas, what have you, utility costs. You're going to get hit with an array of increasing costs from all over your lifestyle. So, those will add up for sure. The stimmy money is out. Housing costs are going up. They're not stopping. So rising inflation expectations could cause the Federal Reserve to change policy course. So let's see what happens generally into quarter 4. The markets are usually strong. But yeah, the dollar is being printed like crazy. Nobody talks about the dilution of the dollar. And what's strange is silver and gold have not seen a positive uptrend yet. Even though inflation is high and even though the printing press is running full steam ahead and the Fed is still buying $120 billion a month in assets, securities, bonds. So that is a big story. But right now in Vegas, I can tell you from a local perspective, from one of the largest tourist cities in the country, Vegas is still going strong. I'm going to start videoing this, but as I walk around the strip, you're seeing a large amount of people that are wearing the masks as chin straps. It's a big fuck you to them and Governor Sisolak. I myself, I chin strap that shit. I wouldn't even wear it if I didn't have it on my face. They would probably harass me, but I chin strap it. Fully nose exposed. The mask doesn't work. It doesn't block the microns that are small that cause COVID. You at least need a KN95 to at least block some of the spores. So yeah, chin straps everywhere. people aren't masked. When you go off the strip, when you go to stores, because I do this every day, people aren't wearing masks as much. You know, probably 70% masked. Out of the 70%, 50% chin strapped, nose exposed. People don't really give a shit.
Well, I mean,
There's-
at the whole festival, I saw maybe like 5 people wearing a mask
you
out
were
of
at the-
thousands
Yeah, but you
and
weren't wearing
thousands
any
of
clothes,
people.
Skyla.
Yeah,
Skyla,
you
Skyla, show us a picture. I'm sure it's not inappropriate. Can we see a picture of you at the festival?
Every single picture I have is inappropriate.
Oh. No, that's
Like-
not true. The ones on Instagram were all right.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, no one was wearing a mask.
Life was beautiful,
no,
right?
Life was beautiful.
Exactly.
Nobody was wearing a mask. Even afterwards, like walking on Fremont Street, no one was wearing a mask.
Skyla,
No one.
I have a joke too.
What?
I want to warn everyone. This is a trigger warning. Warning,
Uh-oh.
warning, warning.
Uh-oh.
This is a inappropriate joke. Well, I don't use any cuss words. There's implied stuff here, and you may be triggered by this. You may not want to listen. You may want to, cover your ears. What do you think? Is there a warning? Is that a good enough warning?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like I adequately warned the public that they could be hearing a joke that would be offensive
They
to
can
them?
mute it right now.
You can mute it if you want to.
Go ahead.
Skyla.
But
Women are like swimming pools. They cost a great deal of money to maintain, considering the amount of time you spend inside them.
it's true.
I saw that on, come on, I saw that on TikTok, and I was like, whoa, that's a
funny,
terrible
though.
joke. Oh, I couldn't help myself. But I told my wife, I said, this is a great joke, and she said, have Skyla tell it. And I said, no.
What's
Skyla-
the difference between a nail and a pregnant woman?
I don't know.
You can unscrew the nail.
Okay.
Oh, my wife says your rant. Yeah, my rant wasn't very nice.
It was epic. I got to go. I'll go back and play that.
Well, my
Yeah,
point
no, it
is
was
that
funny. There's gonna be
I
some
guess, and
risky
Randy, of
bits.
course, wrote me and said, don't pay attention. My point was not to be mean to anybody, but you guys, we're very transparent here. And we come on, whatever.
I think you were triggered.
I was triggered. Yeah, I there's no dilution taking place.
There's not.
At ALZN.
But there's a difference. You were.
They're confusing the shares that they have become tradable.
Yep.
But the full market cap and the full cap table were disclosed inside the prospectus. You know what someone said to me on Twitter? Stop ranting about this prospectus thing.
Right.
Like it's not relevant.
It's crazy.
Hey, what's relevant is my own facts.
Yeah.
I'll create my own.
I mean, that's what they do in the media. I know the Arizona audits, the full report's coming out soon.
You know
I
what else is coming out?
What?
Gary Gensler, Secretary Gensler, is
Oh,
going to come
yeah.
out with a report on GameStop.
Oh, on GameStop.
And what happened to the meme stocks that ran up and all that that activity that involved
Robinhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started reading some of the Robinhood thing too. It doesn't look good. I think there's, I don't know.
What's going on with? Let's go on. What's crypto at? What's Bitcoin at?
Oh, it's 43,000. It's kind of fluttering around
Yeah.
that range. So Coinbase kind of gave up. By the way.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. Did you notice that did you see where POWW is?
We liked it at 605.
It was up 48 cents today.
Okay.
Okay, wait a second here. Wait, hold on. Am I reading this right?
We took a peek at it. I'm like, hey, we
Yeah.
should consider looking at another entry into POW. Nothing's changed except they're scaling their business. They've raised capital. They
That's probably worth a visit.
Yeah.
We should probably go see them.
Maybe we should. Wisconsin.
We should because
and where's Arizona?
I think they're based in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We tried to buy a gun company.
Yes.
I'm so sad we weren't able to get that done. It
Yeah.
would have been a big deal for us, right?
We got a road trip coming up next month. Well, in 2 weeks. Yeah. We're gonna make that road trip.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we I don't know if we can say anything about that. yet.
How? Yeah, we can.
Well, I think we should wait.
Wait.
Yeah. Wait until next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. We got a lot going on. Everyone knows we talked about that Ault Alpha, the hedge fund, filed a 13D in my
size?
We have a 13D
Let's
in...
talk about our positions.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. We didn't get to it. Let's
my
talk
size, we
about
own
it.
9.9%.
Okay. MYSZ.
And we own it at 9.9%.
Okay.
We own a big chunk of, I think we're the largest shareholder of, this is in this part. So my size is owned by the hedge fund. But digital DPW / Ault Global through Digital Power Lending
Okay.
owns a huge stake of a steel provider, Friedman Industries, FRD. Thank you, Jeff Bombshell.
FRD, steady grinder, lots of revenue.
We own a big stake in SSNT.
Okay, SSNT.
14.9% of that. We own 14.99% of HUSA, HUSA, which, by the way, has been up the last couple of days. Have you been seeing that?
Oil will not stop going up. That's another thing I forgot to talk about. We're relying on foreign oil. No energy independence with this administration. That's their decision.
What else do we have here? Because
We got more. We got
SSNT, Friedman,
we got MDRR.
HUSA. Oh, yeah. We own the REIT. MDRR. We are the largest shareholder of that REIT.
Yep.
All of them, if you read my 13Ds, if you read the company's 13Ds we filed, we intend to take some form of shareholder activism against all of them.
Yeah. So,
And we have. We just sold BCTX. Did you see this? That was the 13D we filed when it was $5.25.
Yes.
We met with management after we filed, and I was so damn impressed with them, we didn't even need to do anything further.
Right.
And that thing has done incredibly well. BCTX.
Instituted a buyback.
We bought it on this show. We showed you we did it.
Yep.
We were transparent about it. It went from $5.25 to $9 today.
$9.20.
We also bought the warrants too.
Correct.
And that's why I went on the rant, because we are transparent here. We bought Iconics. We sat on it for 6 months.
Oh, yeah, we had Iconics. We had NTN Buzz Time.
Why does DPW raise capital? Because we deploy it, we think, in a way that will provide long-term cash flow. That's why we do that. That's why we own Naked Brands, by the way, which we're up on Naked Brands. NAKD, do you know that stock, Naked Brands?
I do.
There's this group out there, the Naked Army, that somehow has banned me. Like somehow I'm not good enough for the club.
When you took your time out, I went through the press
But
release.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Whatever.
Wait, you're not banned from the Naked Army.
I think they don't like me. Rip and Dip likes me. I
Papa
know
Gorilla.
Hold on, I know, but keep in mind, Papa Gorilla's
He's
not
a moderator on the Telegram.
He's not been showing up as much. I think they're under some pressure.
He was sick. He had to go to the hospital. Yeah, he's fine.
Well, he's
though.
going to be cooking right at
yeah.
the event, right?
No, he's fine.
But I'll tell you. Oh, there's Papa Gorilla.
Yeah, Papa G is fine.
Papa G. So, but I know that it's good to be the king. He had played me some audio. Like he was some sort of double agent. Hey, let me tell you something. It's good to be the king is a nice guy, but does DPW report negative revenue? Let me read this thing here.
Yeah, read that.
Does DPW report negative revenue when ALZN gets re-rated? I think what you're suggesting is if ALZN is down from the last quarter and we market to the market each quarter, do we have to report that the revenue went down? Of course, because if the price goes down, then we have to report so I don't make the law. The law says Berkshire Hathaway has to do the same thing. The law says you have to report the mark-to-the-market positions. But you got to remember, it's not the only position we have. Plus, we have operating businesses, defense, power electronics.
EV.
We have the EV space, right?
We have crypto.
We have crypto mining. We also have a data center, which is doing great, is leased up and doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys got to look, it's a diversified holding company. And sure, we may take a revenue hit for that quarter, but we haven't sold it yet because we're looking for some sort of outline. This person says that the Naked Army likes me. I don't think so, but I appreciate that.
Well, here's the thing. There's some hardcore...
This person's like, relax, take a deep breath, dude.
No, that's Mills. He's awesome.
No, I didn't say he's not awesome. But it's probably valid that I take a deep breath.
So anyway, the Naked Army...
You know what I'm pissed about? I'm just pissed that the conference isn't ready. We're going to have to do it at a different time. I just want things to happen. I don't like all the division.
Right.
I don't like the internal fighting. I'm watching James Cramer on Twitter getting his head cut off.
I know.
It just sucks that everyone's so negative.
What did he say?
And I want people listen, I'm not saying I can stop viewers here. I don't care if any viewer on here is against me. I'm okay with that. I can have haters on here. I care that we talk about the facts. I spent 3 hours today prepping for a deposition.
Yeah.
I care about the facts. There isn't an alternative universe, and we all, like, both the Democrats and the Republicans, act as if they can have their own set of fact. A
No, I
fact
know.
is a fact.
Yes.
It is not debatable.
Dude,
Right?
when they say that listen,
But I just want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go get political for
Go
a
ahead.
second. Explain to me how we can deport Haitian refugees. I know you have a difference of opinion on that they should be vaccinated, okay? But hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. But I thought the Democrats wanted people to be in the country. What is the reason why Biden wants to throw them out?
Okay.
Because they won't vote for Biden? What? What's the reason?
no, that I don't know the reason, to be honest.
But how does it make any sense?
It doesn't, because they're not how did they get here? How did they get here? It's 2,000 miles from Haiti to Texas. What did they walk to the Texas border? How did they get here? Anybody know how the Haitians got here in thousands and thousands and thousands of droves from Haiti to Nuevo Laredo, Texas, 2,000 miles away? How in the hell did they all get here? Did they walk from Haiti? You know the logistics. Somebody brought them there. It's all political. Cubans got deported. Cubans don't have wet foot, dry foot. Biden hates Cubans because Biden knows that they fucking vote for Trump and they vote for center-right people. That's the way communist people that come from communist countries vote center-right. The left hates it. They do not want Cubans here. And if you don't believe me, just do a little bit of research. Trust me on that. I'm from South Florida. Miami-Dade was Cuban. They all went Trump. So it's all political, man. It is. They're bringing in the Afghan refugees. They're bringing them in with tuberculosis. Forget about COVID. They're bringing them in with TB, measles. They're not vetting them.
You know, when I had the CT scan, it said that I looked like I was that I had some exposure to TB.
Really?
Isn't that funny? I don't have it, but
Right.
it said I had some exposure. Like, they looked at my lungs, they were cleared, but they said these little nodule things, those were signs that the person could have been exposed to TB.
Yeah,
Is TB still around?
yeah, for sure. Well, at least it wasn't.
I thought TB was the Black Plague, no? Wasn't tuberculosis the Black Plague?
No.
No?
Nope.
I just don't know my plagues very well.
That's the Black Death. I don't know what it
Black
was.
Death?
Yeah, Black Plague. Anyway, yeah, it's crazy on the border right now. And the facts are they're out of control. Governor Abbott from Texas is literally lining up trucks, MRAPs, cars. That's your border wall. Like, if you don't have borders, you don't have a country. How the hell do you have a sovereign nation without borders? I want to see you try to go to a country and just break in and like say, hey, I want free shit for the rest of my life. See what happens to you. They throw you in the gulag. Like, it's crazy. This is just mind-blowing. Whatever. I mean, we have people in Afghanistan still that can't get out. They're Americans. But let's worry about, like,
Double
stupid
Trouble
stuff.
says, boats there made from pallets and fruit boxes. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. Yeah. How
Where's
did
the music at? Butt Chin says. Oh, it looks like he's a Michigan guy.
So allowing these people to come into our country, then they airlift them throughout small towns throughout the country, not vetted, not tested for COVID, not vaccinated. It goes against all of their narratives. In fact, Jen Psaki, Raggedy Ann, whatever the hell you want to call her, the press secretary for Biden, actually took on a
Why did
question.
you call her Raggedy Ann?
She looks like her. You want to see it?
I like Raggedy Ann.
Whatever. She had no answer.
When I was a kid, I had Raggedy Ann and Andy. Did you have a Raggedy Ann and Andy?
I did.
Did you have
I did.
Andy too?
Circle.
Does
Yeah, it
everyone-
had like a little string to pull.
Are they
and
still
it said
around,
stuff.
Raggedy Ann and Andy?
I'm sure. They're just
Raggedy
not as
Ann
popular.
and Andy. What the hell does that mean? Oh, shut the hell up.
So
Are you
ridiculous.
serious?
Yes.
Raggedy Ann and Andy are different sexes now? They can pick and choose what they want to be?
Wow.
Crazy.
Oh, this person, Zach, said, Raggedy Ann, she's a puppet like her too. Oh, that's terrible. Forget politics. Let's talk naked brands. Okay.
That you're trying to require anybody with
No, let's watch this.
Okay.
You talk about facts, right?
This is old, isn't it?
No, it's 2 weeks old.
require anybody with a job or anybody who goes to school to get the COVID-19 vaccine but you are not requiring that of migrants that continue walking across the southern border into the country.
Into our towns.
Well, look, our objective
Raggedy
is
Ann.
to get as many people vaccinated across the
Oh, 'cause
country
you don't
as
like her
humanly
hair color?
possible. And so the president's
I like her hair
announcement
color.
yesterday was an effort to empower businesses, to give businesses the tools to
Nice spin.
protect their workforces. That's exactly what we did. But certainly we want everybody to get vaccinated, and more people are vaccinated, whether they are migrants or whether they are workers, protects more people in the United States.
That's just your opinion.
For people at a business with more than 100 people, it is not a requirement for migrants at the southern border. Why?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's
Go
correct.
ahead.
No answer. That's correct. That's
we
not.
showed that before. You know what Chris wrote? We need another deal like a hole in the head.
Yeah. Anyway, we try to only stay political where it affects the markets. But hey, whatever. This is real life. This stuff is affecting us. You know, we're in a blue.
Wait. You didn't tell me that the second batch was in Taiwan.
I didn't know.
Read what it says here.
When did that come in?
I spoke to our shipper, and Chris said that we have the following update. The first batch of miners that are in Taiwan are set to ship this weekend. Oh, the second batch isn't in Taiwan.
Okay.
I'm completely confused. They didn't ship them from Malaysia yet?
Jesus, we're getting all kinds of emails.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck. Whatever. You know, we have day jobs here. And
Good Lord.
did you already cover ALZN? Well, cover implies that I'm short. I've never sold a share of ALZN. Did I cover it? I kind of had a little bit of a rant earlier today on the show. ALZN is not issuing stock. The same share count that was outstanding in the prospectus, which I believe is 86 million shares, is still the same share count. The company doesn't need any money. And the first drug, AL001, has been dosed in human beings. And we await the report from that. That's the update on ALZN at this time. Call back at another hour for exciting news on ALZN Neuro. Did you like that, Skyla? You didn't even pay attention, did you?
No, I was paying attention.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, you know what I'm drinking now?
These monsters.
Yeah, I was actually wondering
I'm not
what is that?
sponsoring this. Trust me. But I'm going to show you. It's from Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Trader
has the best
Joe's
stuff.
organic sparkling. By the way, did you know that they came out with a report that sparkling water hydrates the same as regular water?
I've heard so many mixed things. I've heard that
It's
sparkling
not
water
true.
is bad.
It's the
like,
same thing.
All this stuff.
So Chase said that report came out. I was laughing. Trader Joe's organic sparkling ginger and lemon apple cider vinegar beverage.
Is it good?
It's actually good.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and here's what you do. It has sparkling water plus 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar per serving.
ACV.
And this is 1 serving. And it says it has flavors of apple, ginger, and lemon. So it has in it apple cider vinegar and sparkling water. It has 35 calories to drink one of these, which...
AMRS. I know Amorous really well. W.M. McLean.
Well, am I boring everyone?
No, he's just asking a question.
I don't have any stock in Trader Joe's,
No.
but I like it.
They have the best pumpkin ravioli. Anyone on the show that hasn't tried it,
They have the
go
best pumpkin
immediately.
ravioli?
Yes, and it's only like in season right now, and then it goes away, and it's the best stuff ever.
Hey, let's go to my chart real quickly here. Up 3.7 cents in the aftermarket is 72 cents. That is Naked Brands. Hit 75 today. Low of 65, high of 75.
That's going to be
Speaking of 75
that's the
degrees, has
temperature.
anyone been in Vegas recently?
beautiful.
I have. Hey, Brett, do you have your camera on? I mean, not camera, your phone, whatever. Your microphone. Hey,
I do.
I was out yesterday or 2 days ago, and I'm walking around and going to Summerlin to dinner at a place called True Foods. Mm-hmm. I'm not a vegan, for full disclosure. Although when you're married to one, she's not a vegan, but when she wants to be one,
What?
What?
you know, when Christy wants to be a vegan, have vegan food, then you kind of have to eat vegan food too, right? Don't you remember in Pulp Fiction where Samuel Jackson says, "Let me have a try your burger," and then, "Hey, my girlfriend's a vegetarian," which
Yeah.
kind of makes me a vegetarian too.
Yeah.
But I got there and I started walking to Summerlin into the mall, which is a wonderful mall over there. You been to that mall?
The outdoor mall.
The one by Red Rock, the outdoor mall.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's
This
fantastic.
time of year.
And I'm like, wow, it's so cool. And I'm like, so I say, Siri, how cold is it right now? And Siri responds back, hardly, it's 80 degrees. But I was chilly. So you've been here, have you been here your whole life?
I've been here since 79.
So do you experience that? Because it was 118 earlier.
That day, I actually put my jacket on in the morning to go out and do.
I know, but what
75, but
what is happening chemically? By the way, oh my God, hold on. They had butternut squash there. That's true. Skyla, butternut squash ravioli.
Yep.
They had that at the food place.
It's so good.
Whatever, True Foods.
True food.
But those people who say to Vegas, they're like, oh, it's so hot here. And I've only been here since January, but I find myself saying, wow, it's only 93 outside.
I know. Now, like, 100 is
Because now
normal.
you're
It's
getting
like, oh, it's
acclimated to
fine.
108, 110, 115. So 80
Yep.
feels fantastic.
But in California, when it was 80, I was never like, oh, this is cool.
and with
it was
75, 80% humidity, right?
That's
A little bit
true.
more. And we only have like 15, 16, occasionally 23.
We have humidity here?
We have a little bit because when I first moved here, we had 4, 5, 10, but they put all these man-made lakes out there which
Oh.
evaporate.
Oh.
So, you know, we've got 22, 23, 24. Yeah.
Oh.
All the trees.
The Bellagio.
Stop-
And the trees.
stop with the
Exactly. We
trees.
have all these. In fact, we all suffer a little
I'm
bit
like,
from
what?
allergies because they brought a lot of East Coast stuff here.
The guy says, it looks like Todd smoked a joint when he left. I didn't. I only smoke joints at night. They're not joints. They're in a bong that Skyla provided me
I did.
as a birthday gift.
It was
And I do
Christmas.
that.
In the morning?
I do that to
I think it
sleep,
was Christmas,
unfortunately.
but
I do it
yeah.
only to sleep. I don't do it to get high. I do it to sleep. But I do have this CBD lotion now. And my wife rubs it on my back, kind of near my ass a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
She rubs the CBD lotion and kind of gets a little tingly. And apparently that CBD puts me right to sleep. And someone told me that. I think it was Eric. And oh my God, boom.
Well, yeah, it takes away your joint and muscle pain.
Oh
it's
my
really
God,
nice.
great. But I wanted to know from you, since you've lived here,
And then when it gets in the winter and it's 23 out, it is feeling really cold.
let me say something to you.
Oh, yeah.
It is bone-chilling, ball-freezing sometimes here.
When
During
we were here
January,
in
we
January-
walk outside, it's like, oh my God, why am I moving here?
Dude.
And it fucking snowed in Vegas.
It's the
Yeah.
wind, too. The
And
And it
wind.
doesn't
Get
even
that.
matter what you wear either. Like, the wind gets through
wind
your
will eat you.
clothes
Yeah,
and,
for
like,
sure.
into your bones. It's so
Where you were
cool.
up there, you got that wind blows off that mountains, all the red rocks, and it's chilly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm perplexed. I've lived spending 46 years in California, and then moving here, and it being like, aren't you tripped out? You're from Florida.
Yeah,
you
that's crazy.
You were probably used to like 105% humidity.
Yeah, total
I mean,
difference.
can there
Just
be?
rain in the middle of the afternoon.
No, dude.
No clouds.
In Florida, every time I go there, I'm not joking around. I take a shower. I'm more wet out of the shower than I was in the shower.
Yeah.
There's more water
Yeah.
on you, especially you. I don't know how anyone does anything in Florida that's not. I mean, how do you do it? How do you play a sport there and not just sweat out 18 pounds a day?
It's humid.
Need Gatorade.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate the feedback because I was delusional thinking, hey, it feels cold out here.
Yeah, no, when I get up in the morning at like 6 or 7 to feed the tortoises, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cold. Let me put a sweater on. It's like 75, 80 degrees. I'm like, what the
It's a
fuck is wrong
complete
with
trip
me?
out for me.
Are
For
people
sure.
going to lose their minds when BLM and MAGA people join forces to protest mandatory vaccines? Are people going to be absolutely mind blown? And here's why I say this. Sorry, I'm pivoting.
That's a pivot.
Check this out.
BLM and MAGA
Check this
together?
out. Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro's website. New York BLM leader promises national uprising over racist vaccine mandates. This is going on in New York. And actually, there is an invite.
Hey, did you see him, by the way?
Which one? De
Did you
Blasio?
No, the guy that runs that show, the Daily Wire.
Ben Shapiro?
Yeah, did you see him? He was on Bill Maher.
Yeah, somebody called him a white supremacist. He's Jewish.
No, but he was on Bill Maher.
Yeah, I
and
didn't
he
see
did a
the
great
interview.
job.
Yeah, he's super smart.
No, he is really smart.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
really smart.
There's an open
Hey,
invitation.
do you think I could get a podcast with him?
With Shapiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I like him. I mean, I don't know whether I agree with every bit of his politics, but he is really smart. And he goes and he takes on stuff right out in the middle.
He's
like,
ridiculous.
kinda
Him and
crazy.
Charlie Kirk, another guy. they're so smart and quick.
You got to
to
be
respond.
impressed with that, right?
Yeah, we should get Candace
I know you
Owens.
want to finish with this. Go.
No, I just wanted to present this to you that they are very fearful. The white left-wing liberals, I'll be nice, are very fearful of brown and black people rising up against these draconian vaccine mandates. Because let's be clear, in New York City proper, there's a high percentage of brown and black people that are not vaccinated, and they basically turned New York City into segregation with Bill de Blasio's policies, where you saw the video. The family wanted to go eat a dinner, and I think it was a Hispanic family, and the restaurant owner just like threw them out, treated them like dog shit, like they're second-class citizens. This is going on in this coastal elite city, New York City, while everybody's leaving it. They're going to Florida.
My experience with edibles, by the way.
We're just going all over the place.
I'm going to convert back to edibles because it. By the way, I want to see that tax thing for a second. Stay there.
Yep. Okay.
Skyla.
Yeah.
I've taken some edibles to try to sleep, and I wake up the next day, really like I don't feel good.
Out of it, yeah.
and I have a
Yeah.
headache, and it kind of drags with me. I wonder if our audience, like, if you take an edible, do you feel okay the next? I don't feel okay the next day, and so I prefer not to smoke in the bong. Because I'll just, for the record, like I want to sleep sometimes. And when Skyla, we lived over blow darts.
Project Veritas. Did you see the video?
Not yet. Hold on.
Oh,
When
my
we lived in
God.
California, Skyla had this bong with like a thing inside of it. What was that?
There's a
bong?
percolator.
You had a percolator?
Yeah, so that it like creates more air, so it's not as like harsh.
Nick, have you
to
ever
hit
smoked
it.
weed? Okay, so imagine Skyla brings you a bong. It's like this big thing with
Had a jellyfish percolator. In it. It's
with
so
something in the
beautiful.
bottom, and you take a hit from it. I took one hit from it. I thought I had to go to the hospital. I
Oh
literally
my God.
I felt
thought
so bad.
What?
I felt so bad.
It was I rarely do it, so I'm like, Skyla, what the hell is in here? PCP? I mean, it's like I literally couldn't function. Thought I was gonna die, and so I learned that when you smoke out of the bong,
It hits you a
you
lot.
get a bigger hit, right? So Skyla, you know what she gets? She goes and buys me for Christmas or my birthday this little mini bong. By the
It's
way,
like this big.
I've looked at the glass. Someone had to blow all those tubes to make it work.
Yeah.
How the hell did they do all that? So dude, they made me a little mini bong like this, like the biggest. I think the bong is probably this big.
Yeah.
Has all
Tall.
these kind of maybe smaller. Take a hit out of that, you sleep really well.
Nice.
I wish there was a way I could take an edible, and I could just go to sleep and not have to
You
worry
just have
about.
to find the right amount. Like same with like sleeping pills. If you take like the sleep aid from like
Mm-hmm.
Rite Aid or whatever, I feel that in the morning. Like you just have to find like the right amount that works for you.
Todd, take some live bong hits. Wow, I don't think that would be okay.
We're not monetizing.
Nah.
That would be funny.
Which one did you want to see?
No, I use it to try to sleep. You guys got to realize my mind goes 24/7. I'm constantly doing deals. I talk to people globally. I have bankers and financiers from all over the world call me at all hours of night. My WhatsApp and all my stuff goes crazy. Dude, am I making this up, Skyla?
No.
Christy and I were with a friend the other day, and my friend said to Christy, does he ever not work? The answer is no, all the time. Your stock would get killed. That means I could buy more.
Rip and Dip. You're right, man. Rip and Dip, they are
What?
just...
What?
He's just talking about people that
What's up with Biden? Does he owe money?
Yeah, $500K in back taxes.
Let's see that.
So a recent report from Congressional Research shows Biden could owe as much as $500K in back taxes. Does that include the 10% for the big guy?
Scroll down.
So
the other way. I want to see the headline. Biden could owe $500,000 back tax according to nonpartisan government report. Melatonin. I've tried that before. Melatonin.
I have weird dreams on melatonin.
Melatonin
I
probably
don't like
works.
it.
do like 1 or 2 milligrams.
Do you ever wake up where you have a dream and you're mad at your spouse for what they did in the dream?
No.
Yes.
I have.
Really?
Yeah. Because she's like, what the hell did I do? I'm like, I saw what you did. She's like,
Roland does the same thing. I'm like, why did you do that?
you
He's
can't
like,
be
I
mad at me
can't.
for your dream.
But it feels like
Okay.
a memory. That's why.
It does feel
feels
like a memory, doesn't it?
like
You wake
really
up kind of
happened.
distraught over
Yeah.
the whole thing, for sure.
Yeah.
He did say he wanted to tax billionaires and trillionaires. He thinks there's trillionaires in the country.
There's no trillionaires.
Well, he said it. It's right here. Whatever. Guy's lost his mind, literally.
Hey, it's coming up on 3 o'clock. It is 2:42 on a Friday. It's the September 24th. Oh, yes. Let's go there and look how, you know what? Go to my screen real quick.
Are you going to that?
I
Oh,
rarely
shit.
see that
Heck yeah.
I feel like I look good in that picture.
Look at this guy.
Like a Rico Suave.
Yeah, we did those headshots recently.
Look at that
I
guy.
know, look at that. This is my friend Jerome Maldonado. What's wrong with me?
He's on
Can
the
I
show.
speak? Jerome Maldonado. I've known him and Ty Lopez. I don't know if you guys follow Ty Lopez. He's an entrepreneur. That guy's a winger, a shaker, a mover.
Yeah.
Ty and I have presented a couple times. I like Ty. I like Dr. his partner. Jerome is a very dedicated real estate guy. And I had presented in Irvine at one of his conferences, and I got to meet a bunch of his students.
Yep.
And all of them make money with Jerome. I was like, wow. So Jerome is a very down-to-earth guy. I know his wife and his family. They're out of New Mexico. He's a builder.
Yep.
He is partnered with Dr. Alex and Ty Lopez, and they're buying stuff and warehouses and Radio Shacks of the world and bringing everything online. They bought all kinds of stuff in that space. And I'm a big fan. There's no question I'm a big fan of Jerome. And so I've spoken about real estate with Jerome before. I think this will be the third year. But we had COVID last year, so I had to do it like virtual.
Sucks.
My
opinion.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. But this year it'll be at the MGM Grand Garden Casino.
Nice.
And I'm going to be hosting a dinner for everyone who is in the VIP, a private dinner with myself and Jason. Skyla will be there.
Oh, I can get in?
Of course. A lot of the people from Ault Global, DPW, will be there for this private dinner. We have real estate projects that we're working on in Atlanta,
Yes.
Tampa, parts of Florida,
Panhandle.
Madison, Wisconsin, the hotels that we're working on there. We're building a hotel with Caspi Development in Tribeca, which is almost done, by the way, looking beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And we will be talking some big real estate deals, how we finance real estate. It will be a fun time. Josh, did I do the appropriate promo that you'd like to see for Real Estate Domination? We'll provide you a link. You guys can sign up and go there. If you want to learn about how to buy real estate, partner with people in real estate, if you have a real estate idea and you need people to help you with some money, there's all kinds of stuff taking place here. Jerome is the guy. Trust me. Jerome Maldonado and I.
That is true. Maldonado's a beast. I mean,
He is a beast.
You know, he explained when he was younger, he took his shot. He went ahead and went for his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And he went for it, man. And now look at him.
I am a huge fan of
Yeah.
this guy, and I will be presenting as a special guest and having a dinner for all the VIP at the MGM Grand at a special location. If you're there, the dinner is free when you get a VIP membership there. And the VIP, it'll be with me and some other real estate people. I think Chase will be there. It'll be fun.
that second batch did make it to Taipei.
Well, that's great news.
Yeah.
Josh, what's next, my friend? Does anyone want to see my picture any further than that? Probably not. Are you good with that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You ready to wrap up? Any closing comments before we go into a weekend, which, by the way, 1 week from today, we are in the fourth quarter. Let's stay with me, guys. We're in the fourth quarter. We are coming up on my son's birthday, on Skyla's birthday. We're
Dakota's
coming up
birthday?
on what?
Dakota's birthday.
Dakota's
it's in a couple
birthday.
days, actually.
Halloween's coming up. Then we have Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. And yes, I love the
excited.
cooking my wife does. She is the best cook ever in the history of mankind when it comes to Thanksgiving. And then after that is your birthday, my birthday, Gary's birthday, Andrea's birthday. It's a birthday heaven
It
here.
is.
Yeah.
And I love the fourth quarter of the year. We'll have Christmas. We'll be giving stuff away. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, we should.
Any closing comments you have?
Maybe I think we should do something for the holiday season to go maybe skiing or snowboarding.
I don't understand what happened with Canon, CAN.
We should go snowboarding
We own
for
stock in
sure.
that. I bought some.
Yep.
Naked Brands. Let's see what's happening there. I think that the stock trading to 75 is a sign. I don't know what kind of sign it is. Let's announce that deal if we got one. Come on, Mayor.
Canon, I love the opportunity to add on. I did add on today. We added on. So let's see what happens on Monday.
I am presently not allowed to buy any more ALZN because I bought an additional amount and that causes some issues. So right now I'm not buying ALZN. I'm letting everyone get out of the way that has their shares now under Rule 144, but
Right.
I'm obviously the largest shareholder and happy to be there. I'm the largest shareholder of DPW and happy to be there.
Watch out, China real estate. Yeah, that's true. WM McLean. Rumors of another bank having issues for
It's
sure.
important to understand that I buy when there's blood in the street, and if there's going to be blood like Canon, let there be blood. I believe the U.S. will embrace Bitcoin. I don't know how it'll happen, but they'll embrace it to some degree as long as it doesn't disrupt the fiat currency. But the Chinese, what they're doing is effectively saying we're still going to be dollar denominated because they're making it crazy. You're not going to transfer your wealth to the Chinese dollar.
No.
When you can wake up one day and they turn into lunatics. You may not like Trump, you may not like Biden, but the system of checks and balances between Congress, the Senate, what happens in the judiciary system allows us for stable currency. And the more the Chinese whack out on themselves, the more they send people to America, which is the greatest place on earth. I don't care what anybody says. I love Abraham Lincoln. I like Martin Luther King. I love Martin Luther King. He had a dream. He wanted to do something about it. He wanted to make change. I love people that make change. They disrupt things. Black, white, Hispanic. I don't know all the names you can call everybody. Brett, whatever. I like everybody. But I can tell you the Chinese are making it so that the U.S. continues to be the safest place in the world to invest. You can't deny that.
Oh, that's true.
They take out their own citizens.
Yep.
They take out their own businesses.
Jack Ma was MIA. Where's Jack?
Hey, Charlie Munger, you're a smart, rich guy.
Yep.
But I heard you a couple weeks ago say that you like the Chinese system and you like what they do. But I don't like what they do, and I don't know how you can say that. You're a rich guy. You've made a lot of money, and I respect that. But you should take back what you said about China, because what they do to people over there is terrible. Now, it doesn't happen here the same way, but hey, Charlie, you're going to be 100 soon, so you can say whatever you damn well please, right? When you get older, you can kind of drive how you want to drive and do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But I heard him say that he likes the way Chinese handle things. You like that they just decide to tell the companies you can't do something? They just decide, Jack Ma, you'll shut yourself up? Or we'll just take your money? Or, hey, how about the idea that the Chinese may give the money and support the Chinese investors, but the outside foreign investors won't get supported?
That's really
If that
bad.
happens,
Really bad.
China, forget it. Now, the Chinese need to buy our product. They do.
Yeah.
And we need to buy their product. So the Chinese can't help themselves because we keep buying their shit.
Yep.
We give them U.S. dollars, and they can't do a damn thing about it, can they? And now they're going to alienate crypto. The more you take away the rights for people to own Bitcoin, the more they'll want to own it. The takeaway clause doesn't work. I'm going to tell you a story before I hang up, before we move on. When I was a kid, I loved my mom. My mom told my sister that she couldn't date somebody. You are forbidden to date that man. He was a Marine. You are forbidden to be with him. I don't want you seeing him anymore. And my sister said, okay, Mom, I will take your advice and I will do the following. What do you think my sister did?
She snuck out of her bedroom.
She not only snuck out of her bedroom, she had a baby with him and married him and moved to Tennessee.
Yep.
So that was a big up yours
The
to my mom.
strictest parents make the sneakiest kids.
What'd you say?
The strictest parents make the sneakiest kids. The stricter the parent, the sneakier the kid.
Right.
The only thing you're teaching your kid is how to hide things from you.
And
That's it.
I learned very quickly right there that I would never tell my kids they couldn't do something. I would always give them a choice and say, you need to think about what's in your own best interest. If you want to see that person, I support you 100%. And they never had resistance from me. They couldn't go like, my dad said I couldn't do it. Never happened. Never happened. By the way, UCLA, Arizona, private school, they have not had a problem because they don't have their dad to blame. They had to show me up on one of these things. I assure you, like my sister, if you take Bitcoin away from people now, you will have made the point to them that you can print all the currency you want with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want and not be held accountable. You can just be the Fed and have a $3 trillion, $7 trillion balance sheet with a reckless abandon, right? Now, by the way, the Fed's done a wonderful job of protecting us during COVID. They had to do what they had to do. I'm completely a Powell supporter. I'm a Fed supporter completely. But Grant, a Grant interest rate observer, who was really an instrumental guy in interest rates, he's basically said the Fed's expanded there. If you had to look at the Fed as a bank, they literally would not pass Basel and some of these other things you have to do because they have not increased their equity. They just increased their debt. It's like their leverage. J.P. Morgan's leverage like 13 to 1, and the bank Fed is leveraged like 300 to 1.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's high.
Yep.
So I predict that the Chinese are going to make Bitcoin more popular than ever before. There's a generation of people who believe that there's a digital store of value, and unless you take that away from them and they change their belief somehow that that's a store of value, you hear the stories of how people just can come in and take your currency. The government can just take it from you.
Well, they seized gold.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Right.
Well, we don't, but
right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my rant for the day. You guys have a great weekend. Everyone take care. Anything you want to talk about?
I think we're good. Watch Bitcoin over the weekend.
Bye.
See what happens. Back to 45, in my opinion.
Check out Real Estate Domination. I'll be presenting there on November 5th, 6th, and 7th. There'll be a private dinner for all you VIP members. Jerome, I love you, buddy. Skyla, we'll see you later. Brett, Nick, thank you so much. Josh, Tyler, as always, thanks, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Check us out. 949-799-1831.